Welcome to the college football playoff. The season's had plenty of ups and downs, but all the drama has led up to this point, the beginning of this 12-team playoff in front of a home crowd and a raucous environment. The kickoff team is out there. Great energy as this college football playoff gets underway. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. So the Kansas State Wildcats offense will be the first up today. And the focus, of course, on this quarterback, Kirk. This guy just has the it factor. He is him, as they say.
Well, Chris, we've had a chance to watch this guy closely all year. I don't know if I've ever seen a kid throw the football like this guy. His awareness in and out of the pocket is special. He's a unique quarterback and a really dynamic player.
Solid run. They'll bring him down to the 28-yard line.
Chris, what a way to start this game. All this hype and build up of the playoff game. Offensive line says, hey, put it on our back. We'll be able to get things going. If you can keep running the football like this, man, does it open up the entire playbook.
They need a yard here in third down to keep this opening drive going. They'll try to run for the first down. Looks like Kansas State will have the first down.
Boy, with all this build-up and hype of this playoff game, this defense has got to do a better job at the line of scrimmage. That's another first down. They had their chance there on third down, but they do not want this to become an ongoing trend against this offense. They're just too good.
You bring him down, but he makes the 40-yard line. That's a solid game.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
Pitches to the back. Tackle made, but it's enough for the first down. A well-executed option play.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of it.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill, Kirk.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really
looking to make a big play downfield. Makes the catch. Can he get in? And he will score. Touchdown, Wildcats. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Kickoff team is on the field to root this one away. Return starts from inside the 5. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. The Central Michigan Chippewas offense gets their first crack now. All right, Kirk, let's take a quick look at the impact players for today's game and how they're going to affect the outcome.
These are your leaders on the field and in the locker room. These are your go-to guys, not only when you need a play to be made, but also when you need somebody to rally your team.
Finds room at the 30. His way for a first down to the 35. The Chippewas come up to the line to crank the tempo up here. First down, looking to throw the ball. Looking for his big tight end. He's got an open man downfield, and it's caught. They bring him down, but not before a huge gain. Moves the ball to the 40-yard line. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Quick completion to the tight end.
This is why running the football is so important. You run the ball, and if you go play action, it affects the eyes of the safeties and linebackers and frees up some space for the tight end to be able to pick up a nice gain.
And the Chippewas pick up enough for a first down.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
Just underway, and this home crowd is fired up and ready to make a difference today. Running back has it on a screen now. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down. And the crowd coming to life here, trying to help this defense down in the red zone. Here comes a throw from the red zone. Receiver makes the catch. Brought down, but the completion moves the ball inside the 10-yard line. Defense getting pushed back. Second down, we're going to throw it. Defense is coming after him. Oh, a sack. The senior on this defense making a big play. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. Third and long. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. Makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Central Michigan.
That kind of play is almost impossible to defend. When the quarterback is throwing the ball with that kind of accuracy and timing, and the receiver runs a route like this, good luck trying to stop it. So maybe this is a great start for this combination, this quarterback and receiver, for a big day.
Now the kickoff team is out on the field. Fields it just outside the goal line. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Okay, the K-State offense is back out on the field now. They punched it into the end zone the last time. Let's see if this defense has made some adjustments to stop him this time. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
You know, the good thing about this play is it's not an explosive play, but it really gives you a chance now to be able to pick up a first down here on this next play.
And now the handoff. Moves the ball out across the 30, and it's good for a first down. A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. Toss play, running right. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, setting the edge, a lot of times you'll rely on that offensive tackle to do the job at the line of scrimmage. Sometimes it's a tight end or maybe the H-back. But someone has got to set the edge of the line of scrimmage to give them a spot to go.
If you got him for a sack, a big play made by one of the senior leaders of this defense.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
But they don't connect. It's incomplete, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this 3rd down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, boy, you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw in this play.
He'll call for the fair catch here. Time for one more play here in the quarter. First down. They're going to throw the football. And that pass is hauled in over the middle. And they get him down to wrap up the first period of play. Early on, it's a fun battle on the road to the national championship, deadlocked at the end of 1. Let's check out the early stats so far. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. Handoff from the shotgun. He picks up 9, so just short of the first down. 2nd and 1. The Chippewas looking to crank up the tempo a bit. Off play action. He's looking to throw. Snags a quick throw. And the gain just good enough for a first down.
Passing efficiency is almost always higher off of play action. And you see why right here. The fake froze the defender for a second, and then the quarterback was able to zip it to the open player.
And the Chippewas starting a new series here on 1st and 10. Looking for the wide out. And he's got his man open downfield. They tackle him at the 3, but that's a great gain in the pitch and catch. And the offense sets up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, this defense is being challenged. They're close to their own goal line, but how about this play? All 11 guys coming together. They stood firm. The result is a short loss for the offense. Nice job.
Backed up to the 5-yard line now for 2nd and goal. Here's the snap. Looking to throw here. Pass caught. Can he get in? He makes it to the end zone. Touchdown, Chippewas.
Oh, this guy has a knack for the end zone, doesn't he? That's 2 touchdowns for this guy today, and I don't know if he's done yet.
PAT makes it a 7-point lead. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. And he takes this from inside the 5. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. And the Kansas State offense is back out on the field. They were forced to punt it away last time, so let's see if they can get clicking in this possession. And for the first play of the drive, they'll set up at the 16. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Receiver makes the grab. Receiver brought down after a short pitch and catch.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Going for a big play downfield. Tried to go very deep there. Good effort. Now it's 3rd down.
Chris, we're all guilty of this. We all look at the big plays, the quarterbacks, the offense, how many points, how many yards. And sometimes we overlook the most important aspect of the game.
Looking to throw it deep. And the pass is dropped. Would have been a big gain, but he couldn't hold on. Are you serious? The offense going for it inside their own 30. And he's throwing for it on 4th down. And it's broken up nicely. A defensive stop and a turnover on downs. The Central Michigan offense back out on the field now.
Chris, I like the call here going for it on 4th down, but the receiver has got to do a better job of knowing exactly where that first down marker is and run that route a yard or 2 beyond the sticks to be able to give yourself a chance to pick up the first down. Instead, defense comes up with a stop and they get the ball back.
Ball handed to the running back. And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the first down. The Chippewas will crank up the tempo. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Makes the grab. Can he get there? Brought down at the 5 after the catch. The offense really threatening now. 2nd and goal for the offense. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up the throw. Touchdown, Central Michigan. Still no answer for this offense.
This receiver is putting on a show today. That is 3 trips to the end zone already. And based on how this defense is playing against him, this may not be the last time we see him in the end zone today.
The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. Getting set to kick the ball off now.
Number 10, set to advance on the football.
They'll return it from inside the 5. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 24. Good coverage. And the Wildcats offense back out on the field. The last time they went forward on 4th down, didn't get it, and ended up costing them 6 points. They bounce back here. Here's the first play of the drive now, set up at the 24. On 1st and 10, look at the throw. He's looking deep here. That ball's incomplete. An aggressive deep shot on 1st down.
Well, it's an incompletion here, but I bet this secondary is going to play a little bit deeper just to make sure they don't get hit on any deep throws later in this game.
Looking to make a play deep downfield. Tried to go very deep there. Good effort. And now it's 3rd down.
That ball just seemed to sail on. You got to make sure to give your receiver a chance to be able to come down with a catch and bounce, because in today's game, man, these receivers make catches like this all the time. And if you put the ball out of bounds, you're not going to give them that opportunity.
Look at this. He'll go deep again. And he's got it down there inside the 35.
Chris, there's a lot of pressure on this offense here early in this game. They're down early, 3rd down and long. Nice job of protecting. The last thing they want to do is have to punt this ball away. So instead, quarterback has time. Nice throw, and it's a first down.
Split backfield here. Looking to chuck it again. Goes a fastball, but it's intercepted. And he's got some open field ahead. And that's a solid return after the interception.
How about this, Chris? The safety reads the quarterback's eyes perfectly and saw the throw before it even happened. If you're the quarterback, that's why it's so important to look those safeties off so they can't break on your throws.
Caught quickly. Breaks loose at the 45. In a big game before he goes out of bounds, the offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Chris, that's another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show why he's had such a great year this year. When he has time to throw, he gets his feet set.
And a sophomore making an impact play.
I like the call here, but you can't run long, developing play-action passes like that if the offensive line is not going to give the quarterback time to throw.
Second down here. Time for one more play before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning here. Let's see if this offense can build on this big lead before halftime. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And they bring him down after a solid gain, but it's still well short of the first down marker. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. On the run here, lets it go. And it's intercepted. He's got some room and some blockers here. Inside the 20. Touchdown, Kansas State. Wow, what a play, a defensive score. Here's the point after attempt. PAT is good. They still trail, though. Team now set to boot this one away. And here's the return from inside the 5. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. Here comes the Chippewas offense back on the field. They moved the ball in the last possession, but a devastating end of the drive, a pick 6. Can they recover from that right now? So the first play of the drive here coming up, less than 2 minutes left on the clock. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Catch made down the left side, an explosive play. Breaks clear, end zone ahead. Touchdown, Chip. Chance to catch him. So the offense clicking now, Kirk, building the lead, and this one could get out of hand.
Well, it's just complete domination. The offense is executing and doing their job, putting points on the board. The defense has shown up, prepared, ready to play. It just feels like this game's getting sideways in a hurry.
Return begins inside the 10. Tackled at the 22. Good job by the coverage team. Okay, the K-State offense is back out on the field now. Not a whole lot of time remaining before halftime. They cut into this lead. Offense out for the first play of the drive, beginning at the 22. And they heave it deep downfield. Catch made all the way down inside the 35. They're not going to get him. He's in. Touchdown, Wildcats.
Love to watch this quarterback go out and execute in this kind of situation. He's doing a great job of ignoring the scoreboard and feeling a sense of pressure to have to play with more urgency. Right now, he's executing. We're only in the second quarter. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
They're setting out to try the PAT. And the point after gets them within a touchdown, 28-21. So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. He's going to return it from near the goal line. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. Here comes the Central Michigan offense back out there. Let's see how this offense plays this. They try to get some more points for the half or play it more conservatively. So they'll start this drive here with less than a minute remaining on the first half clock. Looking to throw it on first down. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
Well, this quarterback's having one of those games you just dreamed about. A lot of yards and a lot of touchdown passes. And in fact, he had open receivers again for another big play. The defense finally got pressure on him, or I think it would have been potentially another touchdown.
Finds a man downfield. It's a big gain to the right. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Boy, another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out of this rhythm.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Catch made on the out route. And the runner scoots out of bounds after gaining some decent yardage.
Well, this is the risk you take when you play man-to-man coverage and you leave a linebacker on a running back. The quarterback does a nice job of seeing that mismatch and getting the ball to the back for some good yards.
Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Oh, that one's picked off. Look out, he's got some space. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
That offensive coordinator is going to have some choice words for his quarterback over the phone on the sideline after that throw. You have to be more careful with the football.
First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. He's got it right near the end zone. Takes it all the way to the house. Touchdown, Kansas State. Point after, knocked right through. The PAT ties the game here in the 2nd quarter. So the offense getting some momentum before halftime with the touchdown. Now they kick off in hopes the defense can get a quick stop. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. The Central Michigan offense back out on the field now. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. About 30 seconds remaining here in the first half. It'll be 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Bringing pressure. Now trapped behind the line. It'll be a short loss.
Well, the defense would not be denied on this play. They come up with a sack. Quarterback really didn't have much of a chance at all. Lucky he just held on to the ball.
And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. The Wildcats will kick this away to get the second half going. Return starts from inside the 5. Returner tackled right there. That's where they start the drive. Here comes the Chippewas offense back on the field. And this crowd coming to life here trying to help the defense get a stop with the offense pinned back. First play of the second half, they keep it on the ground. He moves the ball across the 20 to the 22. And the Chippewas come to the line in a hurry up. They look to throw it here on 2nd down. Heavy pressure, he lets it go. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time. And now 3rd down coming up. We'll see if the offense can move the chains off that incompletion. Third down, out of the shotgun. They got him. Defense comes up with a sack.
I think that was a coverage sack as much as anything. They sat back in a dime defense with 6 defensive backs, and none of them blitzed. They just sat back in coverage, and the defensive line eventually came up with a sack.
Choosing to return the punt. They finally get him down, but that's a solid return. Good work by the return man. And the Kansas State offense is back out on the field. They scored a touchdown on the last possession. Let's see if this defense has been able to come up with some adjustments and stop them this time. So the ball placed right at midfield as the offense starts with a 1st and 10. They'll run it here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in 3rd down. What's an offense doing on 3rd down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend 1st down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that 1st down.
The offense really clicking here. Let's it fly to the wideout. The veteran quarterback lucky that didn't result in a takeaway.
That's an athletic play by the defensive back, playing tight coverage, seeing the ball, and not giving the receiver a chance to get their hands on it.
The back's got it. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
This Kansas State offense is quickly moving down the field. From inside the red zone, they're looking to throw. That's incomplete, even on a first down pass attempt. He felt heavy pressure.
Good adjustment here by the defensive coordinator. Let's face it, it's been a tough game so far for this defense. They've given up a ton of yards and touchdowns through the air. This time they figured out a way to affect his timing, and they get the pressure to hit him before he can make another play.
Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. They'll take a timeout while they check it out. Crucial third down coming up in the red zone. Can they keep the drive going, or will they have to settle for 3? Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Receiver makes the catch. Defense able to stop it. It's 4th down now.
Chris, great effort here by this defense to keep him short of the first down. Now they've got a tough decision to make here on this 4th down and short.
They went for it and failed on 4th down earlier. Let's see if they fare better here. He'll hand it off. Doesn't quite get in, but it sets up a 1st and goal for this offense. And the Wildcats come to the line with 1st and goal. 1st and goal, handoff. Touchdown, Wildcats. And they will claim the second half lead. Kicking team on now for the extra point.
Chris, we get so caught up in this era of the spread, of throwing the football, and the quarterback and the receivers. This is a great example of the value of having a running back that has a nose for the end zone and can take it in for a touchdown.
Fields it just outside the goal line. He tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. Here comes the Central Michigan offense back out there. They were held to a quick 3-and-out last time, looking to put together a positive drive here. And looking to throw now on 1st down. And he finds a wide-open receiver. They forgot about him downfield. They bring him down, but not before an explosive play through this offense through the air.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
Play action here on 1st down. It's an out route, the catch made. And it's out of bounds after a decent gain. The Chippewas looking to run some tempo here. Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Trying to squeeze one in there, but it's incomplete. Offense gets set up here. It's 3rd down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. Looking for his big tight end. And he pulls in the catch. Gain moves the ball to the 21 and a fresh set of downs.
This is a big conversion by this offense. They're down now in the second half. Probably limited opportunities at this point in the game. Every chance you get your hand.
Touchdown, Central Michigan. Strong game by this quarterback.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him in. to 6 points.
Kickoff team on the field getting set now. And he'll bring it out from inside the 10. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. And the Wildcats back out on the field. Their last possession was a beautiful, balanced touchdown drive. Can the defense come up with answers this time? Here comes a handoff. And the tackle is made after a 4-yard gain, so 2nd and 6.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Here's the throw deep downfield. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. An explosive play across midfield all the way to the 41. The offense operating at peak efficiency. They come to the line again. 1st down, looking to throw the ball. He'll take a deep shot here. Oh, it's picked off. What a play.
He's got to regroup.
Take over.
Interception in this game right now. He's got to do a better job. But, Chris, it's easy to sit up here and say that. Could be the receiver running the wrong route. Balls sometimes can get tipped. All we know is at the end of the day, the guy pulling the trigger is responsible.
They'll tackle him out across the 20. 2nd down after that run on the previous play. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. Makes a quick grab. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a 1st down. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Delivers from the pocket, complete over the middle. He'll actually lose yardage after the catch. The defense all over in that time. It's a quick grab. And he's wrapped up short of the marker there as the time runs down here in the 3rd quarter. This has been a tremendous fight through 3 quarters. And this playoff game deadlocked heading to the final period. Let's check out the game summary so far. A big play here after the break. Offense trying to convert here on 3rd down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. Oh, it's intercepted. A critical late mistake here. And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
Oh, Chris, you're in the 4th quarter. It's a tie game, and you throw an interception. Oh, my goodness. I know it's obvious, but you just got to take care of the football. It's that simple. Now their opportunity to take the lead is lost, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
That game makes it 2nd and medium. Takes the handoff, looking to throw. Fires it to the wideout. He's got it for a big gain. Kansas State, and they'll claim the 4th quarter lead.
The key to me in this is the quarterback gets the ball out of his hands early, allows the receiver to run underneath that deep ball on that post route for a beautiful touchdown.
Extra point splits the uprights. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the coverage team able to bring him down. The Central Michigan offense back out on the field now. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. The sophomore able to get home with the sack.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying a lead.
Makes a quick catch. They bring him down, but he was fast enough to get that first down yardage. And the Chippewas looking to use the up-tempo offense here.
Well, we saw a lot of this in the first half. They go right back to him again, and we can see the second half, that same trend continuing. If I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm rolling my coverage. Get a corner up in his face and put his safety back behind him. Some kind of double coverage to slow this guy down.
Looking to pass here on second down. Oh, they've got him for a sack. A big play made by the junior.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
And wow, listen to this crowd noise. This stadium is vibrating. That's why this is such a tough place for visitors to play. And it's incomplete. The defensive pressure affected his throw that time. The Chippewas will have to punt this one away. They're going to kick it away for the second time. And the coverage team gets the returner to the ground. Okay, the K-State offense is back out on the field now. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. They're going to run it. And the player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out. Second down after that run on the previous play. Ball handed off. And the defense able to hold him there to a short gain.
The defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Breaking free at the 35. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. No stopping him. Takes it all the way. Touchdown, Wildcats. Extra point up and good. A 2-touchdown lead here now in the fourth quarter. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. They'll return it from inside the 5. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. Here comes the Chippewas offense back on the field. The last possession, they were forced to kick it away. Can they finally get things going this time? They'll try the ground game here with the running back. Trucks through the defender. He moves the ball across the 20 to the 22. Second down after that run on the previous play. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. Catch made over the middle. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play. And the Chippewas will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense.
Well, it's another positive play, but, man, look at the clock and look at the score. You still need a couple touchdowns to be able to get yourself back in there.
Down goes the quarterback. It's a sack.
This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle the pressure of this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of, Chris, get this, 7 sacks in this game so far.
Second down, they're going to throw it. Receiver makes the grab. They bring him down quickly, a short pitch and catch to get a little bit closer to the marker. And he'll drop back here on third down. And he lofts it toward the left sideline. Another pick. Wow, that's the 4th tonight. Going the other way, can they stop him? And he steps out of bounds after the great pick. Solid return to set up his offense.
Well, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoff. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
Here's the second down play. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And he'll be smothered right at the line for no gain.
Well, that's one of those plays that works better against certain defensive looks, but not every defense is the same. They were all over that one. Let's see if they continue to attack to the outside on the perimeter to set something up downfield.
Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
I see what the quarterback's trying to do here. He's holding on to that football to the last possible second to give that play a chance, but he held it just a little bit too long, and the defense is able to hit him to force that incompletion.
They've converted one of their 2 fourth down attempts so far. Looks like we're going to get a third attempt right here. He's running out of time here. Contact as he threw it. And it's intercepted, the last thing they could afford. Going the other way, can they catch him? The 20, at the 10. Touchdown, Chippewas. And the defense adds 6 with the interception return.
I can appreciate the aggressive approach by this offense, but it backfires on him, and now you give the opponent a chance to really cut into the lead and come right back and have a chance to win this game.
No problem with BAT right down the middle. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back.
Central Michigan, 42.
And here's the return from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 20, trying to make something happen. That's good coverage there. And the Kansas State offense is back out on the field. They have the lead, still a one-possession game thanks to the defense. They love to work the clock, but they can't throttle back here. Now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. And they'll work the clock here by keeping it on the ground. Enough for a first down at the 37. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. That one moves the ball across the 40.
Well, much like what we saw in the first half, Chris, in this playoff game, no adjustments. Go right back to giving this running back the football. He's had a monster day and continues to get positive yards.
Stop right near midfield. It'll be a first down.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Now it's second down here. One back in the backfield, and he'll get the carry. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball to the plus 40.
Boy, this back is having some kind of game today. He just continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over 150 yards now, and this defense has no real answers in trying to keep him contained.
First down, looking to throw the football. He's going for a big play downfield. And he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas State. Now the all-important extra point. Extra point up and good. A 2-touchdown lead here now in the fourth quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away.
Kansas State, 56.
He's going to return it from near the goal line. And the returner will be brought down. Here comes the Central Michigan offense back out there. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. First down here for this offense. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Goes to his right side there for the completion. Tackled at the 35. Good enough for a first down. They'll hurry to the line here with the clock running. And the offense wisely spikes the ball here to stop the clock.
It's now second down.
Getting set. Here's second down. No press coverage. The DB's backing up now. The pass rush closing in. Couldn't find anybody open and just has to throw it away. Promising start to the drive, but now 2 incompletions sets up a 3rd and 10. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. And that pass rush has trapped him. It's a sack. Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is a crucial W. Great performance, but now